with us right now. We're waiting for Tommy Fury. He'll be here any second for what I'm told. But right now, we've got Jake Paul himself right here live with me right now. What's going on, Jake? How are you, man? How's everything?
I'm great, man. I'm just sick of this type of behavior from him. He never shows up. It's so unprofessional. I don't get what this guy's deal is.
Well, they say he's going to be in a second, so I'm not going to hold him accountable just yet. But while I got you by yourself before he comes on, assuming he does come on, talk to me about this fight and what it means to you and why you've wanted this so badly for so long.
Yeah, look, it means everything, man, and mainly to prove to myself what I'm capable of. I came into this game to be a professional boxer, and I'm going to become a world champion, and this is a step in that right direction. And the criticism and the critics have been right. I haven't fought a professional boxer, and I've always wanted that. And so this is the undefeated professional boxer from a legendary bloodline. His brother's the heavyweight champion of the world. There's a lot of beef. There's a lot of animosity. He's young, same age, same weight. He's got advantages, height over me, reach over me, all of these things. And so really, when I beat this guy and knock him unconscious, I just don't know what people will have left to say.
Well, I wouldn't have anything left to say because my lone criticism of you was the fact that I wanted you to fight a boxer, not a UFC fighter, not a basketball player, a boxer. And you're doing that right now, so I can't say anything. This is exactly what I wanted. But let me ask you this. The level of animosity that you two appear to have for one another, where does that come from? How did that start?
Yeah, look, I think we both just believe that we could beat each other, and that's where all of the talk started from. And then things got out of control very quickly there. Some things that, were personally said, families got involved. Um, and so it just rose to a level of no turning back. And now he's pulled out of the fight twice. He was supposed to be on this interview. He doesn't show up. And so I've wasted millions of dollars on promotions with him, and he has to pay for that, as far as I'm concerned, this Sunday. And he says this is an easy fight. He says he's going to knock me out. And so, really, I love shutting people up, and that's exactly what I'm going to do to him.
Well, I'm asking this question in all honesty, and he was supposed to be here, and he's not here right now. He was supposed to show up. He's not here. So you are. So props to you because you always honor your commitments, and I appreciate that. I got to ask you this. When you think about him from a skill set, what have you seen in him, and how concerned are you going up against him, particularly compared to the other fighters you have fought in the past?
Yeah, he's a good boxer, man. He's fast, good combinations. He's lengthy. He's got good footwork. Um, he's been doing it his whole life. So that's not to take anything away from him. He's not a great boxer, and I'm a great boxer, and that's what you're going to see Sunday night. But I've beat Anderson Silva, put him on the canvas, put Tyron Woodley on the canvas, and those guys are much tougher, much stronger, and much more experienced. So what you're going to see on Sunday is Tommy Fury is going to be a deer in headlights. He's never been to main event. He's never been on this big a stage. And I know he's going to choke. The adrenaline's going to get to him because you could do things in sparring. You could beat these taxi drivers in the UK that he's been going up against. But when you're in there with a real killer like me, who studied his every move, I'm going to take away his best attributes. I'm going to come forward and knock him out. He's not going to be able to do anything.
Hey, listen, I got to come to Tommy's defense in this regard, Jake. He actually is sitting down. There are some technical difficulties we're trying to work out. He's literally sitting in the chair trying to come on during this interview. So that's my bad. I got to make sure that I be fair to him and make sure everybody knows there's technical difficulties. He's actually sitting in the chair. Apparently, he's here. Is he ready to go now? Bring Tommy Fury in. Tommy, are you there? There he
Yep,
is.
I'm here. Loud
Tommy,
and
how
clear.
are you, sir? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm
I
very
got
well,
you loud
thanks
and
yourself.
clear. I appreciate you being on. I appreciate you being on the show. You're on First Take. Let me ask you this question. Jake Paul is obviously planning on putting you to sleep. He swears he's going to knock you out. You guys have been going at it for quite some time. Talk to me about what you feel about Jake Paul and how much you're looking forward to this fight.
See, there's one difference here. One man's talking about doing it and he doesn't believe in his own mind. I'm going to go in there and clean this man out clinically. I'm going to show you that there's levels to boxing, and this man is not on my level. like I've been saying for the past 2.5 years. He knows it's true in his own mind. Jake Paul cannot beat Tommy Fury ever.
Tommy, Jake Paul swears that you backed out of the fight twice. That essentially you've been running for him. What is your response to that? Why did you back out of the previous 2 fights? And have you been ducking him?
Oh no, there he goes. Tommy, could you just
Are
move
you
to
there,
the
Tommy?
right a little bit too? His face is cut off. We should have him move
We
to the
lost
right a little bit.
Jake. Yeah, Jake, we lost him. We lost him. Hopefully, we'll get him back.
His Wi-Fi
ahead.
is like his boxing. It's good, but it's not great.
Jake, assuming that you handle your business and you beat Tommy Fury, what do you think this win, assuming you win Saturday night, is going to do for you? Is going to do for your career?
It's going to do a lot, man. I'm excited, and really, it's tough to answer that question. I think the critics will always have something to say, but I'm just continuing to elevate level by level, continuing to challenge myself and go after tougher and tougher opponents on my way to becoming a world champion, which is my goal. I know I can accomplish it, and this is a step in the right direction. I just know that when I beat this guy, all the critics who were saying fight a professional boxer are going to come up with some sort of excuse after this. They're going to say, well, Tommy isn't this or Tommy isn't that. And I'm just going to continue to prove them wrong all the way until becoming a world champion.
No. I think you're going to have people like me that's not going to let that happen. We'll want you to elevate your level of competition because that's what fighters do. You take out one individual and then you just continue to up the ante. That's all anybody's going to ask you to do. But again, at least you're in the ring with a boxer this time around. Good luck Saturday night in Saudi Arabia. I'm assuming you're predicting a knockout, correct? You said you're going to put him asleep.
Yeah.
You're talking KO.
Yep.
That's what you're
Yep.
predicting, right?
4th round.
All right.
Bet the mortgage on it.
4th round. 4th round.
Yes.
Bet the mortgage
Knockout.
I got you covered.
Knockout.
Jake Paul. Jake Paul, appreciate it, man. Good luck this weekend. I'll be watching. So will a lot of people. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.